up, good people?
Horan Zamala. That is, what's up, good people in Chinese. We are sticking with the Chinese theme today on the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. I am your host, Hark Jos, CEO of Sons of SPPhillips, and I want to welcome you to another episode of the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. Now remember, this is your podcast. This is your podcast for motivation, inspiration, and domination. This is a space where we tackle life's big questions and find practical ways to lead, succeed, and most importantly, dominate. This episode, of course, is brought to you by none other than Sons of SPPhillips. Upgrade your style with unique, high-quality apparel from Sons of SPPhillips. Visit www.sonsofspphillips.com for a fantastic selection of designer and name brand clothing and accessories, perfect for any occasion. Whether you're dressing up for special events or you want to look sharp every day, Sons of SPPhillips has got you covered. Explore our line of custom apparel and our accessory collections inspired by the people and motivated by the culture. Our timeless fashion and style are designed to keep you looking your best. From custom t-shirts and restyled customized fedora hats to fashion clothing accessories, the quality and craftsmanship are second to none, ensuring you get the best value for your money. So visit www.sonsofspphillips.com today and elevate your wardrobe with our fantastic offerings. Sign up now to get 15% off your first purchase at checkout. Any orders over $45 gets free shipping. Happy shopping and stay stylish with Sons of SPPhillips. We're going to tap into the wisdom of Sun Tzu. Enrique, my friend, have you ever read The Art of War? It's a good book. I read it quite some time ago. I added it to my collection. I don't know where my first book was, but a few years ago I was at the bookstore and I came across this book, and I like to collect books, and this was a different edition. It was black, gold, and red. I liked the way it looked, and it was a lot larger than the original book I had, so I bought it. But I didn't realize till recently that it had more than The Art of War inside of it. As I was looking up some quotes to use for this episode, I found that there were some inserts from the Tao Te Ching, the Doctrine of the Mean, the Great Learning, and all this is Chinese Eastern philosophy. And I'm not familiar with much of it, so there's a lot of reading I'm going to be doing here in the near future because I want to be up to date on a lot of this, and I think there's a lot of motivation, inspiration, and domination that I can use for some future episodes here. In today's episode, the title is Loving Thine Own Self, and we are benefiting from a timeless piece of literature from none other than The Art of War from Sun Tzu. If you're not familiar with The Art of War, it is an ancient Chinese military dissertation from the early 5th century. Attributed to the legendary strategist Sun Tzu, or Master Sun as some will call him. The Art of War has 13 concise chapters. It's a masterclass in strategy, each one breaking down tactics and principles that have transcended the battlefield. Today you'll find it referenced in everything from business to politics and even sports. One of the most quoted lessons from the text comes from chapter 3, Attack by Stratagem, verse 18, which is what we're going to use today. It says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Now, the full verse of that goes as follows. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. So I know you wonder, how does this ancient military insight apply to us in our everyday life? How does knowing yourself lead to self-love, confidence, and success in life's battles? That's the conversation we're having today. And trust me, you don't want to miss this one. So get your tea, get your coffee, get your Crown Royal on ice, and let's focus today, people. So we're going to talk about this battle within. So let's take a moment to think about it. Many of us spend years fighting external battles. We chase goals, we overcome challenges, and sometimes get so caught up in the hustle that we lose sight of the person we're fighting for, ourselves. But Sun Tzu reminds us that the important battle is internal. He teaches us that knowing yourself is just as crucial as knowing your opponent. Why? Because when you deeply understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions, and your fears, you become your own greatest ally. Think about this. Sometimes the biggest enemy we face isn't out there, it's within us. It's the doubts, it's the insecurities, and the relentless self-criticisms. We all know what the inner voice sounds like. The one that tells you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, or capable enough. But here's the truth. That voice is a liar. And the only way to silence it is by knowing yourself and embracing who you are. We are destroying imposter syndrome, people. That is our goal. Self-love is our strategy. Let me ask you this. How would your life change if you genuinely loved yourself? Not just on the good days, but on the hard, bad ones too. If you could look at your reflection and say, hey, I see you. I value you, and I've got your back. This is where self-love becomes the ultimate strategy for winning life's battles. Know your strengths. Acknowledge what you bring to the table. Celebrate your wins, big or small, no matter what. Embrace your weaknesses. These aren't flaws. They are areas for growth. Learning to accept and work on them is a sign of strength. And silence that inner critic. Instead of tearing yourself down, speak to yourself as you would a close friend, with encouragement, compassion, and the utmost honesty. When you cultivate self-love and step into every situation equipped with clarity, you know who you are and what you stand for. You stop fearing rejection, you stop fearing failure, and you stop fearing competition because you trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way. Now, it's not the $1 million question since we're on the Chinese theme today. It's the $1,000,000 question. What are some actionable steps to loving myself, Hark? Number 1, getting to know your big emotions. Self-love means paying attention to your feelings rather than dismissing or minimizing them. When you feel rage, anxiety, envy, or even happiness knocking, let yourself write a free-flowing mess of words in a journal. Number 2, don't judge yourself. Leading with a more neutral view or finding value in what makes you different can boost your self-worth. Number 3, set boundaries. Protect your time and energy. Saying no to what doesn't serve you is saying yes to yourself. Number 4, self-compassion. Treat yourself like someone you're proud of because you should be. And number 5, keep comparisons in check. Comparing yourself to others is a common but dangerous habit that undermines self-love. In closing, good people, remember, this battle you face, both internal and external, are opportunities. Opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow, and opportunities to rise. The more you know yourself, the more equipped you are to face the world. Not with fear, but with unwavering confidence. And let me leave you with this. Each day is made to dominate, so dominate or don't, and it's up to you. And I want to add this little tidbit. If you've been listening to us this long, and if you've been getting something out of the messages we've been leaving here on the Elephant Wisdom Podcast, I am proud of you because you are making the steps forward to become the better you. You're being motivated, you are being inspired, and you are dominating each day. And we are proud of you. And I want to thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. If today's message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs a reminder of their own power. Until next time, be at peace and make sure to pray along the way. Zaijian Baozong.